Fire, 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 fire.
I'm deeply disturbed by the title of this, so let's watch it without any further ado. Did 62 million men actually join a Grape Academy? Oh.
CNN just convinced women everywhere that 62 million men are part of a secret online Grape Academy.
I knew it. All men are grapists.
That teaches men
My
how to
confirmations
roofie and
are
SA
real.
women, exploding in a massive backlash of fear, anger, and hatred toward men. Only problem is, it's not true. Yet, all over the internet, you've probably been seeing posts like this. So 62 million men signed up for the Grape Academy. Those who didn't probably just don't know about it. The US-
I'm so glad my algorithm on Twitter is just like VTubers. This would drive me insane.
Census is currently
I'm
estimated
drinking
to be
grape
around
juice while you're a grapist.
342 million, and 62 million men logged in to learn at Grape Academy.
Huh?
You can't make this up anymore, you guys.
So put them under arrest. If it's a Grape Academy, put them under arrest. It's illegal. You can't just go up and grape someone.
Truly have no words. A third of our population enrolled in a Grape Academy. 62 million men. Effing 62 million men. There are approximately 175.4 million men in the United States. From a population standpoint, that would equal a little over a third of the male population enrolled in a literal online Grape Academy to learn how to women.
Bro, they gotta shut this down. What is this? Chat, what is this? They gotta shut this down. Call the FBI.
Not all men, just 62 million men in an online Grape Academy. This is why we choose the bear every damn time. You know what? I think it was actually 72 million men. A Grape Academy 62 million men strong should be enough reason for women to legally be allowed to unalive men on site for bad vibes alone.
Okay, even if that was true and there was a Grape Academy, I don't think I'd vote for that. I don't think that's okay. By that logic, because there's women who are hoes and a lot of girls are OF girls, by that logic, all women need to be like unalived for bad vibes. Like, what is this crazy rhetoric, man? I don't want that for the record. I'm just saying this is retarded logic.
Unalived based on vibes. Thanks.
Vibe check.
But like I said, this reported number is more than just a little bit off. It is like way wrong. So today we are going to do a bit of a deep dive and do some fact checking, because this is a pretty important topic and does deserve to be handled with care. After all, anyone and any amount of people who express interest in harming women, children, or other men do not deserve any protection or excuses.
Yeah,
I will not be minimizing the heinous crimes of these evil, disgusting people in this video. Every single person who partakes in these vile acts deserves the wood chipper. But the fact of the matter is, 62 million men did not join an online Grape Academy, and it's not even-
If the numbers were that high, that means my chat, one of you guys must have signed up, no? That's just not real. We're not terminally online enough for this. I don't think you're on that side of the internet. That's what I'm saying.
Close.
I'm just full of VTuber news and stuff.
Has and will cause more harm than good, which is why I'm here to clear things up. So how did we get here? Where did this come from? What have we heard is true, and what is a myth blown way out of proportion, causing fear-mongering, mass misinformation,
mass
and
hysteria,
a whole new wave of man-hate? We're going to get into all of this and more and get this all straightened out. But first, you know what else needs straightening out? Your belt. I see you sitting there with that old worn out thing, holes all-
Nah, I'm 400 pounds. I'm a man. I don't need no belt. Nothing can contain my belt.
Old and frayed, making your pants fit like a Walmart poncho. Just kidding, I know you're wearing sweatpants. But the point remains, most belts suck, which brings us to today's video sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle. Anson Belt and Buckle is a family-run business that's been around since 2009, and they've completely reinvented how belts work. Instead of holes, Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system with quarter-inch increments so that your belt fits perfectly every time. All you have to do is slide, wait for that satisfying click, and you are good to go.
Whoa.
They'll give you that comfort, style, and fit
belts.
that almost
Can you
makes
belt
you
yourself?
forget that a major news outlet just convinced hundreds of thousands of women to want to banish an entire gender to the shadow realm. The buckles are insanely easy to switch out, with a huge variety of high-quality styles to choose from. You almost have endless ways to switch up between casual, date night, formal, or
date
just
night.
plain
I don't know
old
about that
America.
one.
And they'll adjust with you throughout the day, so you won't feel uncomfortable standing up or sitting down or running away from an angry mob just for having XY chromosomes. And if you don't believe me, which you're supposed to believe everything that I say because I'm a woman, you can also check out their other 40,000 five-star reviews. Plus, their products come with a lifetime guarantee on functionality.
Funny lady.
Because they stand behind every product they make. And once you start wearing them, you're gonna figure out why. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring this here video, when you click the link in my description box down below or the QR code here on screen, you're gonna get 2 bonus pieces. One belt and one buckle completely free. That's 3 buckles and 3 straps, which can be mixed and matched into 9 unique combos, all in one box. It's an exclusive deal you actually are not gonna find anywhere else, so click the link, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today. So here's the article that started it all. And if there's one thing that we do know about Americans, it's that they don't read articles. They read headlines.
Hold on. My fucking model's lagging really bad. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Fucking laggy. I don't know why. Sorry.
If they can even read it all.
Wait. What the hell is this?
Headlines. If they...
How much are you willing to pay to watch me frick my wife while she sleeps? The abuse shared by video in the group of 1,000 users was treated as a commodity. Yeah, okay, so people are doing cybercrime, so like, I don't know, arrest them? What's going on here? I'm so confused. Who talks like this?
This is the main part of the article that people are hyper-focusing on. It reads, one porn site, motherless.com, is home to more than 20,000 videos of so-called sleep content uploaded by users, with hundreds of thousands of views. The website, which had around 62 million visits in February alone, and whose core audience is in the United States, describes itself as a moral-free file host.
What the fuck? I've never heard of this.
Anything legal is hosted forever. The legality of some material posted is in serious doubt. So-called sleep content is categorized using descriptive tags such as hashtag passed out and hashtag
okay.
So obviously sleep content sounds a bit sketchy, and 62 million is a daunting number.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Now, as you can see, this segment appears pretty early on in the article, but nonetheless, people decided that they had seen enough by this point. Unfortunately, though, when you...
Okay, shut down the website. That's what they should do. It's fucking weird. I think so.
Only read the first 10%
You've heard of
or
it?
so
I've
of an
never
article
heard of
this
it.
long, there's a good chance you're gonna miss some things. But even if that is all you read, I think that you should be able to distinguish that 62 million clicks does not mean 62 million registered members. And if you just read a little
it's like monthly active users in video games. It doesn't mean like there's that many accounts playing. Yeah, 1 click equals 1 person. That doesn't equate.
Further, you quickly find out that Motherless, the website where they did get the 62 million clicks, is not even the same website at all as the Grape Academy that we learn about later.
Grape Academy.
They are 2 completely separate hosts on different areas of the internet, which is why reading is important, so let's do that. The website Motherless itself is not the place where anyone is exchanging tips on how to essay or drug anyone.
What, they're just gooning? Okay.
What they do provide is a fetishized style of content designed to appeal to people called somnophiliacs, which is
what's that?
is the fetish of someone who is interested in sleeping with someone while they are asleep, drunk, or unconscious. Now, let's pause here because it is absolutely
Okay.
critical that I inform you all that the act of trying to have sex with someone while they are genuinely asleep, drunk, or
Yes.
unconscious is illegal in multiple, if not every country. But the act of fantasizing or role-playing under these conditions is not.
Yeah,
After all, the fantasy of somnophilia is held by tons
It's just that I will say, if that's true with these videos, how do you prove that it's just them LARPing or role-playing? That's where it's like, you need to have things be like, that's why it's like, I think this is such a gray area. It's like, do you want porn to be regulated to the point where it's like, oh, all consenting parties are like, you know, like are doing this? Like, yeah, there's people who do this, but then you don't know if it's real or not.
women as well. According to subjects on somnophilia, while it is found to be more prevalent in men, with 22.6% of men showing interest, they also found out that 10.8% of women reported fantasizing about the topic as well.
That's a decent
and while
amount.
Men may dominate that legally
10% is a
questionable
lot.
fantasy, there are legally questionable fantasies that women dominate, specifically CNC, or consensual non-consent. This is a form of negotiated roleplay within the BDSM and kink community where people agree in advance to act out scenarios that simulate non-consensual dynamics, also known as grape fantasies. And as I mentioned, this is an area where women rule. One study even found
But yeah, and then you could also make the argument that people who pretend to be kids or babies are fucking weird too. Like, there's nothing illegal about it, but you can definitely call it weird.
62% of women have had a grape fantasy, later showing that 54% of men have had fantasies about being forced into sex. And amongst these communities, there are several mentorship programs, workshops, and discussion spaces for how to
I'm
engage
good.
in these
Yes. Oh my god. No, thank you. Nope. My virgin ears, my furry virgin ears are okay.
And most educators in sex and sexual health tend to teach that there is actually nothing inherently wrong with being interested in such kinks and roleplay scenarios.
To collab idea with Christian. Yeah, she corrupts my fucking mind, bro. That would be crazy.
I highlight all of this to say that before we get into the actual harmful spaces and harmful forms, that we can't just assume that every strange kink like somnophilia or CNC is inherently evil, because a lot of these roleplay scenarios are consensually arranged. That said, many certainly are not, which is what the CNN article...
I think this kind of like play, LARPing, whatever the fuck you want to call it, unless you're also filming yourself, you could definitely go and run to the police if you're like, let's say for example, you're into like getting hurt while you're doing it, right? And then you show up with bruises on your hands and being like, no, my boyfriend, he raped me. How are they gonna disprove it unless you literally filmed that whole thing? And that's when it's like, also like the moral ambiguity starts getting like really fucked up. Like, did she do something wrong? Yeah, but how is he gonna disprove it? And then, you know, that shit can get really fucked up and really messy.
Tends to get into. Like most porn sites, motherless.com does have comment sections on their videos, which is where some degenerate users ended up posting links to sites and Telegram communities outside of motherless.com that did engage with completely illegal, disgusting activities. So before we go any further and explore these other communities where the illegal activities were happening, we need to mentally disengage from the 62 million clicks number that Motherless has.
I'm an MMO player. I know that 62 million active users doesn't mean that there's 62 million subscribers. I'm not that stupid.
In order to be intellectually honest, Motherless does not receive 62 million clicks a month from people who want to join Grape Academies. So, how many do? let's keep reading.
You
It
can
is
estimate.
a Telegram chat group called ZZZ that a motherless user linked to, which is where the Pandora's box of evil truly opens up. And here is what is true. Men are selling sleeping liquids that are tasteless and odorless and sold with the intention of putting other people to sleep for nefarious purposes.
I've seen the Vice video. I think it's like 20 minutes long. It's some sort of South American country where there's a flower that's completely odorless and doesn't taste like anything, where you can blow it in someone's face and then they act like a zombie, but they're like not conscious. Scopolamine? I think that was it. Scopolamine? Yeah, in Colombia, I think it was. Yeah, it's like an actual thing. How do you know this? If you open your fucking ears, I literally explained. There's a video made by Vice that explores it, and they talk to people who are victims on it. You can tell someone to go to an ATM if they're under the influence of this flower, and you can tell them, okay, withdraw $1,000, and they'll do it, and then the next day when they wake up, they won't remember that it happened. Yeah, it basically, like, essentially, like, it's like a truth serum, but, like, it'll make you do things that you don't want to do. Sounds fake. It's not. It's backed by science. It's a real thing.
Men are buying them. Men are selling live stream videos of themselves violating unconscious women. Men are discussing techniques and methods. But let's talk numbers. How many people did join the ZZZ Telegram group? Upon further investigation, and even in an article by Snopes.com, CNN found nearly one...
Why is it mixture? Jesus Christ, man. Snopes is so fucking lame.
1,000 users had joined its discussions. Now, let's think about this. That is 1,000 disgusting, evil, degenerate men
totally
who joined
agree.
what CNN has aptly named an online Grape Academy. That is 1,000 men who fully intended to learn as much as they could about drugging and assaulting women. And that is 1,000 men too many. Let's be incredibly clear. One man being in that group is one man too many. And
put them in jail. Find those people that are on the Telegram talking about hurting women and men, doing this type of shit, and you just put them in jail. Why do we have to broad stroke like all these people? Like, yeah, sure, it's fucking weird. I think like being into furry shit is pretty weird. I think that being a Therian or being into like dressing up as a kid is weird. But is it illegal? No, not really.
Ask me, I fully believe that all 1,000 of those men should be doxxed, dragged out of their homes by their ball sacks, and then placed into a wood chipper feet first. And if you ask probably any man you know, you're likely to find unanimous agreement on this. Hell, you might even get a few volunteers for the job. As I said, I have no intention of minimizing or excusing an iota of this behavior, and I do think it's very important to draw attention to these dangers. While we've always known about date grape drugs, modern technology and the dark web have made this behavior, and this community that much more accessible and dangerous. These are things the world deserves to know about, and crimes that deserve to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. With that said, 1,000 is not 62 million. Thank God. In fact, if you want real numbers, 1,000 is 0.0016% of 62 million. That is 1.6 thousand.
Again, I've gotten fucking weird messages, but I don't think every single person that's in my stream or my YouTube comments would fucking do the same thing. Like, yeah, it's like tossing like it's such a weird, like, I think this is a low IQ take of like, oh, all men are like this because 1,000 men are going to do this. That's not how it fucking works, man. Yeah, there's a reason why there's noble men. There's men who henpeck other men from misbehaving. That's why we have jail. That's why we have justice. That's why other men judge other men. If a guy says that to your face, that they're like, yeah, I fantasize about, you know, the touching a woman that's sleeping. Yeah, obviously, that guy's gonna sock you.
Of 1%. And yes, this is only 1,000 people in one group. There are obviously more people who engage in buying these kinds of drugs and engaging in these kinds of non-consensual acts, unfortunately. But it is incredibly necessary that people know that 62 million men are not part of a Grape Academy. 1/3 of our population is not part of a Grape Academy. And pointing out these realities does...
Yeah, but the problem is that this affirms this rhetoric of like being afraid of all men. Like and again, I don't know if I can attribute this to like having a normal decent dad and a normal decent brother, but like I feel like a large percentage of these girls have these opinions because something bad happened to them and they can't let it go and being like, yeah, maybe not all men are like this. Yes, I got really unlucky. Maybe, yes, I am smarter than... Like, I'm smarter in terms of, like, being street smart and watching out for myself because this bad thing happened to me. Like, if you get robbed out in the world, you start to think differently, and that's fine. But, like, thinking that everyone's out to fucking get you is fucking retarded. No, they're just entitled. No, I disagree. I think that divorce rates and how many women don't have dads and how many men don't have women, not women, but they don't have moms or dads affects their mental health. I do think there must be a correlation with it. Because this discourse all chalks up to like not having a good opinion of one gender or the other.
Does not make someone complicit in grape culture. I mean, people are getting attacked online.
A lot of people are on meds that amp up the fear responses too. Yes, that's another factor too. I think that America is very over-medicated on anxiety, antidepressant, you know, like all these medications, they give you a lot of anxiety too. They don't know how to self-regulate.
Left and right just for pointing this out. I'm sure I will be too in my comment section. But all of those posts that I read to you at the start of this video are, thank God, not freaking true. This is a phenomenon that we call catastrophizing. It's more than just sensationalizing. It's fear-mongering to the highest degree, and it's not doing anyone much good. Here's already a massive gender war going on. Yep. One that we all know about and none of us are very happy about, but one that we keep getting tricked into participating in one way or another. And the reality is, this whole men versus women stuff is a trap. Women are not against men, and men are not against women. But the 1% with all the wealth and power and influence at the very top sure want us to be. They want us to be sexist, racist, bigoted assholes, because all this infighting makes them a lot of money and keeps us distracted. And I think this is where we need to land the plane. Yeah, there are evil ass people in the world.
The debates used to be like this.
Mr. Nixon is an effective...
The debates used to be like this, and I know this gets to politics, but like, let's think about it. People used to politely argue and disagree with each other. Nowadays, like anywhere in the world, there's just a screaming contest.
Mr. Nixon is an effective leader of his party. The question before us is...
Yes, I know my model. I can't fix it. I know. You don't have to at me every single time. It's fine. It'll fix itself. I can't do anything about it.
Is which point of view
it's fine.
And which party do we want to lead the United States?
Our disagreement is not about the goals for America.
By the way, keep in mind, completely opposing points of view. But the end goal is to make the world a better place.
But only about the means to reach those goals.
Dude, my VTube studio just completely crashed.
I would rather not critique the two candidates.
Well, I think we ought to attack our country's problems, not attack each other.
I'm not...
Oh no! He's being reasonable!
We can talk about a difference of character.
By the way, this isn't too far away. This is 2004. So, like, you can't even make the argument. It's like, oh my god, it was like 60 years ago. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd like to get into personal matters. As far as I'm concerned, this is a campaign about issues.
I agree with Senator Kennedy.
I find myself in so much agreement with Mr. Mondale.
I agree with Mr. Bush.
We
They're
certainly agree
agreeing
on
with
it.
each
I'm going to give
other!
the president some credit.
First,
That's
I
crazy.
want to compliment the governor.
Let me pay a compliment.
Mr. Nixon is an effective leader.
But this goes back to my point of, like, I'm trying to be the reasonable one here. God damn it. This fucking stupid program. I need to reset it after this freaking video, man. Dude, I'm so pissed. I'm sorry.
There are definitely men who harm women. There
program.
are women who harm men. There are predators, traffickers.
Men are stronger than women. Women are the ones that vie empathy and are the ones that were more likely to lie to the police because they're the gender that gets the more empathy from people when they tell a story. That's like an objective fact. It's not one fault or the other. It's just that there's bad people on every side.
Sociopaths, and the ugliest kinds of violent offenders. Every single claim deserves investigation. Every crime discovered deserves to be prosecuted. What claims and crimes do not deserve is mass hysteria resulting in a wildfire spread of misinformation. Because when you convince millions of women that a third of all men are actually secret predators, you're not actually making society safer. You're just psychologically poisoning these people.
And we also shouldn't deny facts either. Like, we shouldn't fictionalize fucking problems and make it about emotion. Like, if a statistic is proving something, there is something wrong with it. You can't just ignore it.
That's being manufactured and sold is changing how people are dating, how they trust, how they love, how they treat men, how they raise sons. But the actual reality that we see through criminology, pathology, studies, research all over is that most men will never become violent offenders. Most men genuinely just want to utilize everything they can to help and build and love other people. Most men are completely disgusted at the evil, depraved things these other men are doing. It doesn't mean that you should ignore the risks or be naive. Every man and woman should practice self-preservation.
I wish that, like, other women wouldn't, like, say that all men are gross and disgusting. Like, I get there's a difference between, like, banter and being like, ew, all boys do is fart and they're stinky and they throw mud in my face and call me stupid. Like, I think there's, like, a level of camaraderie and bantering and shit-talking that, like, either gender is allowed to do, and that's healthy expression of, like, venting. Because guys do the same thing. They're like, oh, my wife is a nag. She talks in my ear too much. Or, like, she's being dumb and stupid. Like, girls and boys do it, too. But, like, there's a fucking difference between men are stinky and all they do is fart and shit their pants, and men are rapists. Like, I think there's a fucking divide there, dude.
Don't trust strangers is a thing. If you go out drinking, watch your friends. Don't leave your drinks unattended. Carry protection legally. You can even buy things like drink covers and GHB testing strips. I recommend this to both women and men.
Get
I
pepper
can't tell
spray.
you how many men I know who have also unfortunately been roofied. But all of this catastrophizing and inflating real dangers to
my school made sure to teach that it was either gender. I remember that when I was in school, in, like, high school. Yeah, it was men and women. It wasn't just for the girls. Like, they didn't separate them or set them aside or something. Fuck that, get a gun. Oh, you're gonna shoot someone for being near your drink? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just get a drink cover or something. Like, oh, you sat down next to me! Bang! Okay, now you're in prison. Good job.
So
Get away
much
from my
bigger
drink,
and more prevalent than they actually are, is causing people to be completely unable to separate real threats from just ordinary
That's my purse,
people,
I don't know
and
you.
spread around a bunch of bullshit that's not even remotely true.
Yeah.
So just in conclusion, yes, take crime seriously. Expose predators. Punish them. Protect yourself and your friends. But don't surrender your ability to see reality clearly in the process. Don't blindly believe things that you see online because it's popular. Awareness keeps people safe. Refusing to fact check keeps us divided.
When I see a Twitter post going viral, I either check where the post's, the OP's post Twitter, like, location is from, or I just Google it and try to see if there's also community notes underneath it. Like, I feel like a lot of people just don't fucking do that, and I wish we had, like, computer classes for, like, kids growing up now to, like, fact check themselves or, like, fact check, like, Google, I don't know, do anything except, like, blindly engage with it and just blindly believing it. That's crazy to me.
Thank you guys so much for watching all the way until the very end.
mean,
It's
people
an
would just
important
lie on
one,
the
and one that
internet?
I've been
What?
jonesing to clear up. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you are new here. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you can't think of something to comment, just type wood chipper. Helps the algorithm.
Wood
if you
chipper.
want even more Dadvocate, we go live on Mondays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if you become a member, you will get a boatload of hours and hours and hours of ad-free, members-only content, and get access to our bi-weekly ad-free, members-only live streams. You'll also be able to join the exclusive Discord. We have a lot of fun there.
Wow.
We fact-check things. But that's all
Oh,
I've got
no,
for you today.
fact-checking's
Thank you once
bad.
again to our video sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, and to everybody who actually hit the like button. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Anyway, TL stupid. They conclude things because they're dumb. Why do you think if you go out driving, like, you just notice how many retards are out on the road, and then you wonder to yourself, like, how do these people have, like, actual driving licenses? People can't read? No, they can't read, they can't think, they're stupid. There's a lot of people out there, including me. I'm different, though, for sure, Lamau.
Oh, yeah.